It's going to be a video, but it's probably going to be audio too. So it's just like... Okay. What up, everybody? Welcome to Beyond Kohncast. First time shooting from my house. My name is Sammie Kohn, and this is my good friend...
Pepe!
Pepe. So we're doing kind of a Patreon exclusive for this Kohncast. If you hear snorting, that's Ragnar. If you're listening to the audio version, Ragnar is sitting with us and he's like in a way. So I kind of felt bad because we threw you directly into reacting, and I feel like we didn't give you like a proper introduction. I feel like everyone else is kind of known in the community, like Ashley and Jam and Jum, but you've kind of been MIA since the gaming days.
Yeah, if anybody knows me on here, it's going to be from the PUBG days.
Yeah, so it's been a long time since
yeah, it's been a while, huh?
Since you've been on. I know. So I was like, you know what? I feel like we should do like an intro and just kind of get to know you, ask some questions about you and us, because not only did I throw you in, but I don't even think like a lot of people really knew that I was married. And it's not that I like hide it. I just don't like, hey everyone, I'm married and I'm Sammie Kohn. So yeah, just kind of getting to know us and getting to know Pepe a little bit as we continue to watch Westworld together, and maybe getting a better understanding of him and his views before finishing up Westworld. So Ragnar is being the cutest freaking thing right now.
Just sucking on my fingers.
He's got to stop and lay down. Oh my god, my brow's out because that's what he does. So okay, what is your actual first name?
David.
Okay.
I was like, is this a trick question?
No, you can say your actual first name. I do have some questions that have been sent to me from like Instagram, and I will get to those, but I guess I have some questions for you. First, just some generic ones. What do you do for work?
I don't know if they know I'm in the military. Do they know?
Yeah,
that?
you can say that.
Yeah, so I'm in the Air Force, the same as Sammie Kohn here.
You gotta be a little louder there, buddy.
Louder?
He talks so low.
Yeah.
It's so weird because he's so much bigger than I am. Like a total foot bigger, but his voice is not as loud as mine.
Yeah, you're obnoxiously loud.
He is way more of an introvert, and we'll get into that for sure. So he's in the military, and where do you work at right now?
Right now at the Pentagon, I help people deploy. My normal career field is security forces, also known as military police to the average person, you know?
Yeah, so he stays very busy in the Air Force. How long have you been in?
11 years. Just hit 11 years.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's really not that much longer than I've been in, but I like when you say it, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's
11.
so long. I've been in 8, but I'm like 11.
That's three more.
3 more,
That's a long time.
But this is what I'm saying. Like in the grand scheme of life, like 3 years is not a lot of time. But I'm just like, you've been in for 11 years. But I used to think that about people who said they've been in for 8 too. I'm just like,
yeah.
I think I met you when you had been in for like 7. You were in for like 7.
Yeah, 7 or 8.
7
right?
years.
Yeah.
Which leads me to my next question. How long have we been together?
I don't think you even know.
I know, you're
Since October 14.
2014.
2014.
So we've been dating since 2014. We were married on... Pepe is way better at dates than I am, so I feel like this isn't fair. But it's usually the other way around.
You put yourself on the spot. I know you're just trying to think of it right now, so you're talking.
Like diverting. No, it's March 23rd, 2016. So we did get married not even 2 years after meeting. Which for military standards is like a very long time.
Being able to do that.
Yeah, because we were stationed together in Italy for a long time. And yeah, so.
I feel like you only know the date because you made that a password to something.
I know, I did. Because I'm so bad at that date that I'm like, I should probably make this so that I just see it over. And I'm so bad at dates, though. I forgot how old I was the other day. So it's not just for, like, our marriage or dates. It's
She's
like,
not lying. She did.
I'm so bad at dates. I was like, wait, how old am I? What year is it? When was I born? Oh, it's this year. Okay, I'm 27. It was just like, I'm really bad with dates. It's like something that doesn't work in my mind for some reason.
Yeah.
So yeah. I don't know. Is there any other question that has to do with us, I feel like? What would you say is the, like, dynamic of our relationship? That's a great question.
Me compromising a lot.
Whatever. Compromising a lot, my ass.
I don't know. It's, I think it's probably a lot of compromise on both sides, to be honest, to make it work. A lot of good times and a lot of learning how to live with another person. It's nothing that I really did before you, so.
Yeah. We've traveled a lot, and that was probably what... Buddy, you're being too loud. You're probably being louder than your father. Because he talks so damn low, I'm going to kill him. But we traveled a lot, which forced us to figure each other out early on when we were, like, traveling together. And remember, we used to get into, like, fights when we were traveling together? Because I'd be like, no, but this is how we do it. And you'd be like, no, this is how I want to do it. And we, like, kind of
Yeah, that was a lot.
I feel like you learn a lot about someone when you travel together. Like, for sure. Our last trip, we had no, like, major arguments whatsoever.
That was probably the best trip, too.
Yeah, and, but when we first started traveling together, I mean, like, throughout Europe, it was, like, we'd get into a fight because it was just, like, we didn't understand each other and how we, like,
learning each other.
Yeah,
so.
We were definitely still learning each other. But we traveled early on. Within, like, a month of us dating, we were, like, in Rome.
Yeah.
So it was kind of just, like, very fast paced. So we both love traveling, for sure. That's, like, probably, I'd say, like, one of our main passions.
Yeah.
Together.
It's always good, just as a break.
But then,
normal life.
What would you say are your two other biggest hobbies? I know them, and you know them, but they don't know them.
Cooking and...
Yeah, right! What cooking? I don't have any cooking.
Cooking with Kohn and...
No.
Definitely working out. Running, lifting. I love everything. Everything physical activity-wise. And then, I guess, conversely, on the complete opposite side of the spectrum, being a nerd, being a computer gamer.
What games?
World of Warcraft, PUBG we talked about earlier. That's probably it right now.
Just lean in this way so that the mic can, like, pick you up, because he talks...
Can you hear me?
Oh my god, you just blew out everyone's eardrums.
Oh, sorry.
No, I'll lower it. Yeah, so that it was really interesting meeting him and learning that about him, that he loved to lift and work out, but also that he played a lot of video games, specifically WoW.
Definitely learning a lot too. That's something I really enjoy, learning different things in life. So
he gets really addicted to learning things. That's such a weird sentence, but, like,
yeah.
I feel like if you get stuck on learning about something, you, like, dive into it deep.
Yeah.
In the marketing world, we call those, like, skimmers, swimmers, and divers. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
Like, people who learn information or, like, just read it through Facebook is, like, a skimmer. And then someone who, like, really kind of reads into it is a swimmer. But then someone who goes deep and, like, understanding concepts of whatever that is called a diver. I feel like you're a diver on, like, most things that you want to learn about.
Yeah, if it's interesting to me and something I care about. He's going to eat your necklace.
I know. He's being so bad.
Here, I'll hold him.
Okay.
He's my cutie pie.
Yeah, so that kind of does it for all the questions I had for you about us, to kind of give a better understanding of our dynamic. Oh, I have a question for you that I always get when I tell people that I do YouTube or cosplay or anything, is people always ask me, like, how you feel about me being, like, on YouTube and in front of the camera for all. Sometimes with my tatas.
I was like, why are you putting your hand around your boobs?
Yeah, it's audio, so you guys don't know. Yeah, I've always been someone who's, it's not like I just dress like this for YouTube. Like, I have larger boobs. So I wear tank tops. And people are like, you wear that on YouTube? I'm like, I wear this in everyday life. Like, what the fuck do you mean? That's such a weird question. But, like,
yeah, you just dress normally. You don't really do anything special for YouTube.
No.
You just...
I wore my hair like this, like, a couple weeks ago going out.
Yeah, sometimes you just go out, and then when you come home, you'll go and record for YouTube.
Yeah. So how do you feel about being brought into that life? People always ask if we, like, argue about it. If someone were to say something strange on YouTube, I always say no. Like, we've been perfectly fine. Yeah. YouTube has never started an argument.
Nope.
Ever.
No problems with it. It doesn't bother me at all. I don't know if that's what that means, but it's never bothered me that you've been, I guess, in a way, a personality or a character for the world.
It's funny that you say character, and I kind of want to ask you about this, because I have in my mind that the two people are not different, like Sammie Kohn and Sam, which is what people call me in real life. That's why I say Sammie Kohn and Sam. What do you think? Like, is there a difference between the two?
No.
That's funny.
She's exactly the same person in real life. It's not like a persona. Those that know, like Dr. Disrespect or something like that.
Yeah.
Like he's playing a character. It's entertaining, but it's not him. And this is absolutely her. There's no acting involved.
No, not at all. Actually, I've said recently that I feel like when I'm recording as Sammie Kohn, I actually feel more of myself than I do in regular life. Because in regular life, I kind of got to be, like, a professional and stuff.
Being in the military.
So like,
you kind of have to put on a face.
Yeah.
No matter what.
I can't, like, be myself. So
yeah.
actually, I would say that Sammie Kohn is more myself than that is really me.
That's
like,
definitely true.
Truly me.
Yeah.
I had a couple questions for you that we've gotten on YouTube and Instagram.
Uh-oh.
Can you explain a little bit about your tattoos?
A little bit? Yeah.
Just like an overview.
They're all, well, the overview is easy. They're all related to the band Killswitch Engage. They're either lyrics or song titles to Killswitch Engage songs. So, for example, My Obsession, My Curse, 2 different songs that they sing.
I'm learning so much. No, I'm just kidding. I knew this.
Yeah, she knows nothing about it. She's never
Whatever. I just don't listen to them.
What else? Outside of that, there's not much. I have some angels on my arm down here. I don't know how.
The cross on your elbow.
Show it. Yeah,
there's
a cross. People like, this is hard trying to do.
That's what she said.
Man, this is a lot harder. But yeah, there's angels. They're kind of upside down. I don't know how to.
Oh my god.
I don't know how well you can see it. Stars. That stuff's just designed. The angels are for people that have passed away in my life. And everything else is Killswitch Engage lyrics or songs, like I said. So
I think that was one of the first things like I noticed about you was that he was like tatted up completely, and I was like, "Ooh, muscles and tattoos." He doesn't have hair, but Pepe shaves his head completely.
I do have hair.
He has hair, but he shaves it off like absolutely has nothing usually.
Yeah, go bald.
Go bald, no hair. So that's cool about your tattoos. We talked about how do we meet. That was a question. Someone asked, Winter asked about PUBG and when it's coming back. And Pepe doesn't really know the answer to that. So I will let you guys know. It is a tier on Patreon at the 12-something mark. Right now we've been rolling out a lot of reactions. So that means the entire team is booked up. I mean, from reacting, that's not where it stops. You obviously have the editing, which Jam and Eric do so much of. Jam has been working very hard on the full reaction edits for you guys to have here soon. So they've been working on like a website and just so many behind the scenes things going on. And then of course Ashley, who runs so much more than you could even imagine. She is like the person, the glue that keeps us all together, number one. She keeps us very organized, and then a lot to do with the posting and the thumbnails, and she is just the glue. Like, that's an understatement. She just keeps us rolling. So, a lot going on right now that doesn't allow for us to take on gaming in any sort of regular schedule. A lot of us are starting school back up because some of us have a few credits to take care of to make sure our degrees are completely done before getting out of the military. So we're all just kind of like, plus traveling for work is just inevitable in the job that Crow and I are in, and Jam and Jum. So it's hard to get us all in one place at one time right now. Even one of us is gone right now. So just not something that we can really commit to at this very moment, but definitely something in the future to bring back, because I think we all miss playing PUBG together. Like, we all talk about it and miss it. We loved streaming. Streaming was so much fun, but it's just like kind of our focus right now is on getting those reactions. Right now, I'm pretty sure we have about a reaction a day coming out.
Yeah. I think it would be easy if you're reacting stuff or you all was just doing it and then posting it, but that's not really how it works. All the time you guys have to put in outside of it.
Yeah.
Gaming
Plus
can be
work.
like we work full time, and then gaming is a big time sink. It's very fun, obviously everybody enjoys it, but takes a lot of time out of the day. So
it does. So hopefully, I mean, obviously once we hit that tier on Patreon, it'll come back, but
I would definitely like to do it. So
maybe a surprise one in the near future, but definitely no sort of schedule anytime soon. Who is your favorite hero?
Hero?
Yeah. Like ever.
Like made up hero or real life?
Made up, like a superhero.
Superhero. I'm thinking. As you can tell, I didn't know about these questions beforehand. So.
No, he didn't.
Batman was always one I liked. He's not really a hero. It doesn't have superpowers necessarily. Just
I feel
rich.
like he fits under superhero.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to have this argument, but I'm just not the one to have that argument.
You
guys can argue that.
I'm trying to think of all the traditional heroes.
Superman, Spider-Man.
When I was a kid, my favorite like character in those kind of series was Venom. And Spider-Man, but he's not a hero necessarily.
He's a villain.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite villain? Venom.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched any anime?
Have I? No. Not other than what you've shown me in little brief clips here and there.
He has never watched anime. I did let him watch the Ruby trailer.
Yes.
I'm hoping with bringing him into reactions and watching Westworld that's a possibility, because I love my journey of never having watched anime, but bringing in the entire community for my anime reactions. So I don't want to show him anything right now. I think I've had like My Hero playing in the background while he was around. But I would love to hear his thoughts and probably like what he thinks about anime now and what he could think about it later, because a lot of people have this idea that it's like just this nerd cartoon, and I mean nerd in like a good way. I never say nerd in like any sort of bad way, but that's kind of like the mentality of what anime is, and that there's no really like plot to it, but there is. Like, there's so many great stories in the anime I've watched, which means there's probably, and I haven't watched that many, so there's probably so much more, and I'm excited to introduce him to that world, but with the community involved in whatever way, shape, or fashion we shall see. So be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, just has to be interesting to me more than anything.
Yeah, I would really like think about which ones I'd want you to watch. There would be like very specific ones that we would talk about. What else do you feel like people should know about you, Pepe?
What do I think people should know about me? You know my whole life right there from everything we just talked about.
I know your entire life.
I don't know. Gym stuff, I'm running a lot now. Potentially looking at doing marathons here in the future.
Which sounds terrible to me.
Yeah, just like pushing myself on stuff, and it's something I haven't done, so.
I would say that about you as well. Like, I feel like there's not a lot of people out there who enjoy the struggle of things, which is what makes you grow. But Pepe embraces struggle so hard that I'm envious. And also, like, please stop. Like, you're making me feel like a piece of crap because I don't want to go to the gym on a weekend and I want to stay in bed. That was our first fight. Oh my gosh, when we first started dating, when we were first dating, and it was a Sunday, and he had slept over, and I was like, oh, like, let's just hang out in bed. We lived in Italy with, like, beautiful shutter windows, and it was, like, just exactly what you would think of when you think of living in Italy. Like, the place we wound up having together was just, like, so beautiful, like, these shutters, and you hear the Italians outside getting their cappuccinos and pastries, and it was just, oh my God, so beautiful. So all I wanted to do was, like, stay there in the house with him, and he was like, I can't do this anymore. Like, I can't be in this bed. Meaning he can't be in the bed. Like, he wanted to go to the gym, and it was just, like, our first argument, because I was like, how could someone be like this? Like, I just want to be lazy.
Yeah, I have a really hard time with relaxing things. Like, I have to be efficient and, like, use my time towards whatever I'm trying to do. It's hard for me to
even
just
for
sit down.
gaming. It's like you have to be like progressing.
If I'm playing a game, I'm trying to accomplish something within that. I'm not even like just hanging out or anything like that.
He is kind of crazy.
Yeah, I
guess. Definitely not a very creative person, I shall say, which is why I love our...
Rude.
I'm just saying. Definitely not creative. But that's where I come in, because that is, like, my entire life. I mean, I paint, I make videos, I've done improv classes.
That's one thing everybody should know. We could not be any more different than two people. Like, personality,
extroverted, introverted, creative, not creative.
Athletic,
not athletic.
I'm just kidding.
No, we have a catch every once in a while.
Have a catch? Oh there
God.
You go. That you should put that as like a poll on there.
Do you say have a catch or play? Well, I think Philly's the only one who says have a catch.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna lose that every time.
At least you admit it now.
Whatever. Yeah, we are very vastly different.
Yeah.
Which I would say, yes. That's probably, like, the thing that keeps us together is that we're so different.
Mm-hmm.
But also, because I'm so extroverted, I feel like you're someone who can appreciate me, like, for who I am and not try to, like, stop me from, like, blooming. You know what I mean? Like, okay, like, do your thing. Like, you guys want to start a YouTube channel? Like, I'm totally okay with that.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's definitely relationships out there that could suffer from putting time into something else where you have never been like, what the hell? But there's times where you go on WoW and I'm like, what are you doing? Spend time with me. Get off the computer.
I think we both realize we both bring something to the relationship, even though they're
both
different
independent.
Things. Yes. Yeah. And we both have we're a lot very different, but we're alike in the drive aspect. You obviously work your ass off towards whatever you're doing, and obviously we talked about I kind of have that mindset with things too.
Yeah, there's some similarities, but I would say for the most part, like, we're different.
Yeah.
With key moral, is that the word? Like, morals,
like values.
I feel like we both value the same thing, but in different ways. And then we can both, like, independently do things. Like, when I came to him and I was like, I'm going to this program at Syracuse. I don't even think I asked. I was just like, hey, I think we were we engaged? We weren't engaged, but we were in a pretty serious relationship. And I was like, hey, I got into this program. He knew that I was putting in for it and I wanted to get in. But hey, I'm putting in for it. It's away for a year. And he was like, okay, cool. Like, we'll make it work. Like, I'll see you when, we visit each other and we'll talk every day. And that's exactly how it was. Or even when I was busy, we did not fight rarely at all while I was away. And I knew other relationships that were like, they were there together and they were fighting more than we were. So it was like so nice to have someone who's just like, I understand that you are a fucking go-getter and I will sit back and watch you go get. And I will support you in whatever way I can at this very moment and not, like, hold you back. And I think that's really fucking rare in this world. This is, like, for some people, I think that love is an ownership thing. Like, I love you, so, like, you're mine, and I don't want you to do anything else that takes you away from me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're not like that.
No, not at all. And I actually pity things like that because I'm like, relationships like that. So I don't even think they realize that that's not normal behavior.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just...
Look at me judging people. I'm just kidding. I really don't care. Even when people tell me their relationship problems, I'm just like, oh. Like, what do you say? Like, I'm very happily married. Like, oh, sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we have fights too, so I don't.
I mean, duh.
You just got to look at decisions you make, just in the case of what you're talking about, where people want people to themselves. What is that going to do really long term to that person? There's going to be resentment down the road, I imagine, at some point when they realize, like, I missed out on doing this or doing this or doing this or having fun or whatever it is. So
yeah. I've always liked that, like being able to. I've been in relationships where I've said, hey, we're going to go out with the girls. And they're like, what the fuck? I'm like, I'm 19 years old. Like, what the fuck? Like, let me hang out with my girlfriends.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't own me. And of course, it never works out.
Yeah.
But to say to you, like, I could say to you, hey, I'm going out with Jum, Eric, and Jam, and a couple other guys. And you'd be like, okay, have fun.
Yep. I'd be like, all right, are you gone all
like,
night?
Trust
or...
is, like, like, am I going to have to pick you up? Like, you should probably Uber, because, like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Are you going to stay
It's too
out?
late. I'll be sleeping. I'm going to be
Well, that's also trust, too.
Yeah. We definitely have that, so.
For sure. I'm like, oh, that's great. So, yeah, that's, like, our relationship in a nutshell. Mm-hmm. This was, like, a couples therapy session for us. It's really good to talk about these things too, and we would never talk about these things if it wasn't for a podcast. Yeah. But it's nice to talk about them. Both of us are pretty open books when it comes to things. Probably not sex stuff. I think that's something I'm more open about, and Pepe's more like, I'm not talking about sex.
That's one of those things that we fall into opposite sides of the spectrum.
Yeah, I'm like, sex, let's talk about it with everyone. And he's like, that is private, Sam. Our privates are private.
Our privates are private.
Stop talking about it.
It's called private for a reason.
And then I get together with Crow and John, and I'm like, let's talk about the sex stuff. And that's just like my guy friends that I can talk about sex with. Yeah, so that's our relationship and Pepe, I guess, in a very quick kind of intro manner. Yep. I wanted to not throw him directly into like reactions and then you guys not get to know him a little bit. So I was like, this would be a perfect time to record a Beyond Kohncast and then let the Kohntreons get this exclusively. So this is just for the Kohntreons. So thank you for supporting us. Not Pepe, because he doesn't see a dime of that money ever.
Yep, not me.
Not me. It all goes back into the community fund for everyone who works on the channel. And the next stop in the Kohntreon list is fixing up this reaction. What's it called?
New setup?
A new setup.
Oh, background.
So, yeah, look, Pepe doesn't even know about those stuff.
Yeah, I didn't know about that.
I'm really excited for that because I'm kind of over this. So we're very close to, like, fixing it up, and...
I like the Syracuse setup. I like that one.
Everyone loved that setup.
It was very basic, too.
With, like, the firefly lights.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're bringing back the firefly lights for sure
nice.
in the next setup, but we have to come down here and kind of maneuver. We're getting an HD camera, so... There's just a lot of things happening with the 750 tier when that comes out, which we're so close. Like, actually, since this is going up today, I feel like I can give an update that will be fairly, like, on par with, like, what... we're at 739.
Oh, wow.
Of 750.
At 750, you have to redo the background?
We're going to redo it. Yeah, that's when we're going to start putting the money towards... the background and the new camera, and we are just like so excited. I think I'm excited. Everyone who edits the reactions are excited. So our whole basement is going to be getting a makeover. Another thing Pepe did not know about.
Yeah. They get to look at something else when they're editing the videos.
Yeah. They're like, we're sick of the shitty camera and shitty paintings. And I'm like, I did those. And they're like, oh. Never mind. We love the paintings. They're great. I'm like, you assholes. Yeah, I'm so excited for that. A redoing of the basement and playing around with. We have a large space here, so excited to see what we can come up with for the new space. So if you guys ever have any other questions, I feel like we'll be doing this much more often, just popping in and kind of giving things to the Contreons just as a thank you, because, by the way, thank you for all you guys have supported with over the last couple months since we've started Patreon. It is wonders for us as a small little business team to keep this thing going. It's so freaking crucial, and even $1 a month is like so much. You guys know how I am when people donate or support us monetarily anyway, but monetarily, it always makes me cry, because I'm like, thank you for believing in me and the team so much that you're willing to give some of your well-earned money to us. It's just like always makes me break down and cry, because I'm like, oh my gosh.
That's cool.
It's amazing. So thank you guys. I hope you like this, meeting Shy Pepe. That's his new name.
Shy Pepe.
Hashtag Shy Pepe. Please join us in the rest of the Westworld journey. We're excited. I hear that it gets even crazier, is what all my friends keep telling me. So, yeah. Are you excited for Westworld?
Yeah.
We're about to watch one right now, so we're both pretty stoked. Eek! So we'll see you guys in the next Westworld, I guess. I usually have something to say, but I guess like the next Kohncast? No, the next Westworld. What's your thing about Sammie Kohn out again? What do? You don't have a thing.
I did. I said something last time, didn't I? Pepe for the win.
Pepe for the win. Okay, Sammie Kohn out. Pepe for the win. Don't kiss my friends. Bye.